Okay, all right. So, guys, of course, Barrister Day in the building. Barry in the building. Okay, so Barrister is around. Okay, Barrister, give me like this. Barrister, come like this.
That's your style.
Barrister, let me show you, Joe. Barrister, do like this. Barrister, let. Where are you flying to? You're dabbing.
No, that was going to dab me.
Like this.
Oh, no,
You do it like this.
Barry in the building. Barry is a legal man. Barry to do
gentlemen, this is law.
Barry are too much.
Barrister, good morning. I'm always looking out for you.
I'm telling you, I'm always going to say that.
Like, where is Barrister? When is Barrister
God
coming?
will continue to be with you, Barry. Rejo, law court. Anything, anybody will say no go see case, now the person no go shop. Because if you no see case, no go. John Landla, you will see murder case. You will see case of criminal. Oh, John Rabati, federal case. Now you go to see. No, I know one. Me, I know one. Me, I know be lawyer. All of them give me a Rejo. All of them give me a Rejo. I know one. I know be lawyer.
Hey, junior lawyer. We are still on legacy of law.
Yeah, let me make you finish. I get some questions. So someone people now ask me about 3 or 4 questions. Maybe say among many others. We are going to answer first before I go into the issue of today. My husband and I are married legally, but we are separated, but we're not divorced.
You mean they are like living apart?
We are married there, yes.
You taught us something like that.
Yes.
But by God's grace, after the separation, I have moved on to become financially okay. I have raised the kids on my own, and also have some properties. Will my husband be entitled to my property if I die now? He's living with another woman right now. Okay, because I think that person asked me that question because of what you talk, say, if in a legal marriage you get, your spouse, now you go there, the direct, and your children. By that question, that's why you have to do. When the woman asked me that question, the more reason why most of us will need to do will. Because if you don't get a situation like this, whether now you be the man or the woman, when you don't get a situation like this where we say, you don't see say sign David your house no David in order, well. The best thing to do is to do will.
Okay.
So I go take delineate and separate things well. Now this person go get this one, this person go get this one, this person go take this one. So that I go know. Because sometimes you have to be even very careful because now that I can tell you now will allow you to even think well. You get one man will be say, in children don't tell them say all your property for Ajangbadi, for Dimu, for those interland, sell them all. Because we know they're interested at all.
They tell us.
They don't tell us.
Because they do well to do.
They do well to do. Even they abroad. So you know go come down because of us for those areas. So sell them now, chop your money because if you know Sam and the person, you don't the amount we want sell them, you know the money no dey for town. No dey plenty. So buyers no come as it's supposed to come. And they grow old for age. So how you go take them? Because as your children don't talk, say if you go, you know they go interested in that property. And then you now, because if you give any child for your will, they say they're interested. That's why good make you think well. Make you think well about how they acquire these things, how they do these things. Who you won't give them to.
You can will it to somebody else.
Of course, you can. Of course, by now, you can say you won't give charity, more or less.
The SOS.
But Barrister, is it possible that after the man dies, the children are going to come back to say they won't collect back the property? Say if the biological children.
If you never give them to anybody, then the wife and the children get them first. If you never, if you never give, but if you say you don't want me, you don't want to give them to these people. Because you know the thing we say, if you do will, if you take will, say okay, this ACO for my rights, now this person get them. This AC for my left, this one get them. But if you don't do will, all your children and now your wife, now them get them. And then because no, I don't want to divide them amongst themselves. That is if they okay together. Then go no. But that's why I say specifically, your will go say okay. This
will tell you
yes,
say nah,
this one,
this person get
and this one is get one. This one, and this one, now him get that. So the woman talk say how because yes, I hear you. The answer to that question will say if you don't do your will, your husband will come back. Your husband will come back. That's why you have to do your will, so you can prevent what you don't want make it happen. Because too often never did divorce, except I don't did divorce. Now you could okay, the husband don't shut himself out, or too often don't shut himself out. What he get, you know, if you go there, because right now you say, in they live with another woman, they never marry, they never even divorce. They can't be divorced
until.
I mean, they can't be.
They can't be married until they
do divorce. Okay, so make you hear that one very well. Second question, we say, my wife had a child for another man within our marriage. I accepted the child, but will that child be able to inherit my property? You know, here the man talks say the wife go get belly for somebody else.
Within their marriage.
And they can't know say that nobody get this child, but because of love, you don't take the child as your own. But you know say the child no be your own. And the wife know say the child no be your own. So if you grow, how you will take divide. Now the law talks say when you have assumed, let's put it this way, any child you call yours is your child. How do I mean like the way it is now, that child has become a child of the family more or less. Even though he has a biological father somewhere else.
Okay, because you
accept them. So you can write that child into your will, say this child, whatever. And you can write out that child from your will, say this child belongs to this person. Let him go to his father's house, collect from the father's house. But you know, But invariably, remember that say anything you give your wife, invariably go trickle down to that child. So really know how we, except you say that the child is not should not inherited from you, and you don't give your wife anything. But as long as you give your wife something, that child go take something from your estate. And when you don't accept that child is, you cannot discriminate against that child. Because you see that you say I don't want the child, but once you accept the child, the child can legitimately also inherit from your estate. So you have to be very careful, put the things in order, quickly as possible. That's why your will is very good for you to have. Third question. My husband and I are legally married, but we are no longer together, though not divorced. She has picked another wife. What is
she or he has?
She. Oh, he. Sorry, the wife has picked another wife. What is the place of me and my children in his estate if he dies? Of course, since there is no divorce, you and your children are still the direct beneficiary of his estate.
Okay.
That's why the second wife. That's why they advise women when they go marry. Person we say don't marry before.
Collect waiting, won't collect quickly.
I never
divorced the first wife.
Yes, that's why now they tricky because the children and the first wife are the direct recipient first and foremost.
Okay, but Barrister, okay, like this one way they talk now say if in divorce, okay, if in do the divorce normally. The children will still get right to the will.
Yeah.
Even if they are living with the mom.
Yeah. But you can write them out, or you can say, I don't want to give them to my children. But ordinarily, because what we're talking about is that if the man does not write a will,
yes,
In the situation where we
where we know.
So the direct recipient for his estate.
Now the legal wife and children.
And legal wife and children. But if like the man now, that man never divorced now. If he dies and he has a will, he can give his property to anybody. He can give it to his second wife.
Will is powerful.
I'm telling you, very powerful.
Can give it to his property. If he dies without a will, then the direct recipient. And so the children also, I mean, because we're going to talk about when will can be contested. Will can be contested like so, or the wife that they gave the because this is where you have to be very careful about technical use of word. Like that woman for the second wife, in quote, cannot be called wife, because if you call them wife, that can be a basis of contest. That okay, you don't have a wife. There's only one wife.
Benny, the lawyer ambiguous.
Are you guessing
me?
So you don't have a wife because,
as far as we are concerned, only that.
Barrister, what if they marry traditionally? Like the first wife they legal, the second wife.
No, the law talks say once you don't marry under the legal system, you know if you marry, you know if you marry under law again, or you know if you marry under the culture again.
But if the man
like say one marry like a traditionalist, do you understand? Or way like if marrying first wife legally now you don't reach her, maybe it just touch him mind. So okay, I want to have a second wife.
That's why that once you don't marry the first wife legally, whether if you have a traditional inclination, say you be traditionalist, no go legal at all. Okay. Because once you don't marry one wife legally, you cannot marry another wife.
The first wife can object.
No, by law, there is no even subsequent marriage. Because it's only one. You cannot marry a subsequent wife, whether legally or customarily. You cannot. That's second wife. Because the law talks that under legal marriage is one man, one wife. Yeah. You understand me? And that's one for the rest of their life, or if they divorce. Okay. As long as they no divorce, if the man say because I'm a traditionalist, I go marry second wife. That second wife is not a wife under the law. Okay. Because
sorry, sir, speaking of that technical term where you use, if the man won't come right and he won't give the second wife, say if he say give my kinikan to my girlfriend or my baby mama, say you know say
it can call him name.
But you should not use that word wife.
You can call the name.
So okay, can call the name.
Yeah, the symbiote so and so. Okay. Symbiote so and so and whatever. The mother of my child, the mother of my this one. You can call the names, but you cannot call them wife.
Understand?
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So that's why when you are legal married, because every viewer when they watch you from the house, you have to be very careful about those things when you do them, because all of them get future implication. And even when you are buying your properties, I was telling last time or 2 weeks ago that sometimes the best way is that you think about this thing, even as a young person, you think far, because there's none of those things you are buying we are going to take away. So always think about how, when I'm going to go, even if it's in your 80 years or 90 or 100 years, you know, there's a time when you cannot exercise direct control, except you're able to think far. That's why some smart people will go form company, and all their properties go to buy them through the company, put their children inside that company, so that when they go, you know, the children will take over. And some people need to do foundation. Use the foundation to buy things, because there are different types of way would they. There are different types of trust. And for you too, when you look at your children, no matter how much you love them now, think well about these children. Think about them. Think. It's only grace when they make you come back every day. Think. If they travel, if they go road. Even if you be careful. What about the other man where they steal for steering? You know, they careful.
Even when they drive, the learning school, you say, now you
only you normal
person for road.
That's true.
See every other person say no normal.
That's true.
So if you do wawa leave and say this one no normal.
That's true. Because I agree with you, because so many people you go see that as they go. In fact, somebody could just see and say this person no. I mean, not many people they plan. Say go that day.
At all.
Not many
Who
people
wants to die? Nobody.
Not many people they plan say go that day. So when that thing happen now, so you have to look at what's going to happen. How these children go day, who will take care of them. That's why I would advise everything where they do them for purpose of legacy, insurance, buy them for your children. life insurance, buy them for yourself.
But Barrister, is it advisable that when you buy all of these things that they mention, now you tell them? Now, why they ask? I think some children will get a laid-back attitude.
Yeah.
You know, once they know, say, okay, after all, I know, say, my father died.
Yeah.
And me go inherit
I hear you.
in property. So is it advisable you, like, tell the child?
I hear you. I hear you. That's why, you know, that's why you have to be very careful about listings.
Okay.
Truth be told, it's a catch-22.
Possible.
Now catch-22. You want to aspire to have as much, but the truth is that you can't take them away.
Yes. It's impossible.
So, yeah.
And the children that are around are seeing what you have, and they also know that it's impossible for you to take it away.
Yes.
So that's why your life does not consist in the abundance of your possession. So that's why you have to be very guided. Everybody watching me, listen very well. Be guided. Those things may make you have a social standing. Oh, he has this much. Oh, he has that much. Oh, he has this much. They may make you. And that's why you have to be deliberate in training and raising your children. Because the question she asked, some children have even killed their parents because of the wealth.
Where you now don't see.
Yes. They don't kill. They don't kill.
So make it die quick now.
Quick now.
Because they know say
like,
the
you
property
can't
na
take
them
it
get
away.
am.
One man gets accident. One mystery accident like that. And they stay for in front of the car, no start. He won't go front of the car, go check waiting, don't make the car start. The car just start by itself. Drag the man, go back. Why the man in the hospital? The man not die. He don't come back well. Why the man in the hospital? Immediately the wife and the child and the son, only someone get here. Now the inside the house they go.
Go find the
paper.
the files, the wheels.
And he never die.
They never die. The Bible believe the man go die. You know? But the man don't die in life now. But the man don't know. Nobody tell him it today because now somebody will say,
What are you
you know, tell them because if you go tell them now, but it just show that the boy is so laid back. Day back is like he's
don't
waiting.
Depend on
I mean the only son. That one are girls. And they so laid back, just the pick wife. They have children. So these are the things that you have to think about.
Sir, Barrister, you as a legal advisor, is it even good make person carry him will come out? That is having a copy of your will. Is it good? Because
it's not good.
What did they do for us? That's the first question. I want to ask. Does it have any legal positive side of you keeping it at home?
No. It's just like for sake of convenience that when you die, people will go find them easily. But even that, like I said, when the will is in the house, some people have even gone to when they're just churching, they just find the will.
That's what I'm saying now.
They have even because of that, they have seen what is inside. They want to kill the fire fast, or sometimes
they won't try to change.
They change what has been written.
That's why they are saying, does it have any legal, any
just
positive
convenience.
effect?
Just convenience.
Outside convenience, sir. If you be my lawyer now, if my children don't know, say maybe I get will with you or not, does it not have any bad side effects? Say maybe you as a lawyer, if you confiscate the whole thing, since family no say I do will with you.
Yes, that's what this is not a chain. If you get will and your lawyer no dey very close to where you dey, if you don't die make you don't know and don't start doing anything anyhow. So sometimes probably give your lawyer, you tell somebody say this person
you dey with the will.
But that's just see people mind. Even the person you dey tell, if you say
collaborator go even come
with the other people way. So that's why you have to be very careful now. Now
and at the end of the day, you still need to tell somebody.
Yes, you need to tell somebody. That's why some people are their lawyer, but they go don't tell their people, say, okay, when I die, I get will with my lawyer. You don't tell them. And we not there for household. So most lawyers will come keep them inside safe. Don't be there safe for the office, probably for inside one vault.
Okay.
Say, yes, I get will. And this law firm say, no, say we get will for this man. So the man die. Even if me, lawyer, with that time die, this not the place the way they and things like that. You know. So that's you have to be very, very you have to be very careful about these things because Now where you there alive, now you people they say baba.
Very sad. But which one do you think is preferable? The one where they write or the video? Because like waiting Chief talk now, I know say the one where you write, you can easily change it. Do you understand? After all, you know they when the person they write, but for a video, you go see say the person they talk, they tell you say okay, this is why this particular property.
Say, I know the other do rest.
That one you know fit change them. So which one do you think is preferable in terms of making a will?
The truth be say, nowadays, if you don't find that people don't, because of the kind of family they get, they put them inside video. Put them inside video, read them. See, now this will, now me write them. And I know that they, because you have to be very careful that, and they're going to say, oh, nah, this person, you know, they okay when you write the will.
No, they under duress.
So you go say, look, I have my doctor here, whatever. I am perfectly okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing this will out of this one. So it's acceptable too. It's acceptable. Okay. So by the time it's been, look, when you're listening to this, I will have been dead. But these are these things I want to do, and things like that. Okay. So, because, and I need to say this to those of you who are watching me very well, because, you see, will not be cure all. Because even in writing, we have to have wisdom. Because sometimes people don't take will if destroy their family after they don't go. Are you understanding me? Because just for that, the will not pay one person and the family scatter, you know, and things like that. So you see, you have to be very careful that you look at it on a very broad plane.
Comprehensively.
How I go ensure that the unity of my home is sustained. Yeah. Right now, I can call this one, Anthony, sit down here. I'm your father. I talk to you. Hey, you, Magaline. Hey, sit down here. But once you are gone, that control is over.
So everybody now take to their
So if the will not pay them, don't forget that those children they get their mind of their own. So
when you they calm down, when they are alive,
they get mind of their own. They don't get their own beef. You don't get, and particularly what they say sometimes the children are not from the same mothers. Okay, probably you don't marry one before. The woman can't die, marry another one. Even though now the woman of the mother of the new wife will marry, the new wife when he raise the other children, they still get mind say this wife, this woman, they favor his own children past us, and now we be the real people we they here before this woman come. Now mama and her father now suffer for these things before this. So all those things, all those dynamics. They inside this thing. We say, now you go look and where when they write your will, say, no go take will destroy your home. Get one for Shomolu, for Lagos here. We say, no, but even the children now kill themselves. Now the grandchildren, now they kill themselves for the house. No, because these are things you have to look at very well. How you go put the estate, where the residual, you know. And some estate we say. You get one where I see one time. The man had, you know, he was a playman. I had about 7 women, and I had about 16 or 15 children from these different women. Some of them had hurt him, some of them hurt the man himself, you know, and he couldn't forgive them till that, you know. And so, but because of his, the way he was, you know, spending money on women, and he couldn't gather a lot of property. And then he had only 1 or 2 things, property, whatever. So how do you divide a house and probably some farmland somewhere in the... How do you divide the amount 16 or 17 children? How?
2 to 1 room.
The house is not even up to 2 rooms. The house was built in a way that, you know, it was like for himself. So it was just about 3-bedroom flat, built in the 50s. By white men.
Just rent them out.
Even beach well for him by white men. It was quite comfortable, but that comfortability, that's why men be careful. All these times where you say they get money, women they follow you. Be careful. So, you know, as at that time, 50s, he had money. White men was coming to build house for him. So he was able to attract so many women. Now the women are old. The children are getting, so in fact, the first child became 60 or so the other day. So you can imagine all those things when you have to divide. So you have to say, okay, maybe they collect rent from the property. Then these children go to share it at probably 2%, 3%, 5%.
Yeah, we need Richard Akinjide. Alias 12 to 3rd.
Chief, please, Barrister, please, let's just open the phone lines,
okay.
Chief.
Okay, yeah, the phone lines are open. Please feel free to call in and ask Barry anything we know they clear to you.
Trust me,
as far as will, tabi even legal matter they concerned, because the topic where we don't start for some weeks now and it's getting more interesting. And the question time now would do so.
Okay, so, Barrister, one of my bosses, we'll be talk about this will, and he talks, say anytime we won't write the will, the wife they always talk, say, why do you want to write the will? You're scaring me with this thing. Are you dying soon? Because I'm a very young man. So why will you say you want to write will now? How old are you? You're not going to die anytime from now. So in that kind of situation now, he won't write will, but the wife they say no to him because say she dey fear. Can he write the will? Fine, I know she's not even supposed to be in the picture while writing the will. Do you understand? So is it possible he does secretly without her knowing?
The best thing to write is to do it, except it's a joint will, because joint will be possible. You and your spouse.
I wanted to ask if there's anything like joint will.
Peter is here.
Peter,
good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I'm enjoying your program this morning.
Thank you so much.
I would like to the legal advisor to slide some issues that is bothering me concerning this will of the things you are discussing on this morning.
Okay.
I have a friend of mine that in their family they are having such a problem that they have different mother, and unfortunately their father is late, and when the will is to be read, I think the will was cloned, and at the end of the day it came to an issue that the guy with his own wisdoms needed. We had and they should come from that the real will be produced. At the end of the day, now what is happening now is that the will has been read in the court on behalf of the opposite people. That they should come and have the copy of that will, that the will has been read, and whatsoever is for them they should take. Is it done? I think the will is supposed to be of what the whole party will be seated in the house to be read before them. So I want the legal advisor to make to enlighten me more about it. Is it advisable for a will to be read on behalf of the party?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Peter. For will, one of the things about will is that you usually ideally drop it in the court, probate. When you have dropped it in the court, when the time comes, when the person, when they have wrote it is gone, then there will be a notice given to the court that this person is gone. And then the court will give a date for the will to be read. That date is not about everybody being there. Okay. That date is like a court day when all of us should try and be there. So long that it's about the will that the man had written. So your presence does not change anything. Your presence there does not change the fact that you had written the will. Your presence is for convenience of everybody listening, so that you can hear that right here firsthand what has been read, so that you are not being told that this is what you do. So they will give you a date, you go and sit down and what have you, and things like that. Now, the problem about cloning of will,
because you made mention of that.
Yes, is that it's possible when people are being mischievous, and that's why I did talk, say, listeners, wherever you do, for north, south, east, west, will, you have to think why. Well. You say, look, it's a problem every of us have. Whether you do will or you don't do will, as long as you get something, as long as you get something, somebody must take over your property.
You see, but I want to intercede a bit there. Why I talk to be say, you dey talk say, make we dey careful. How about the position or situation of una wey be lawyers, because when this man made mention of cloning, you understand, I was expecting you to advise us, say maybe make we dey careful because of some barristers. So, but are you trying to embellish or garnish the fact that all lawyers are sane, and that once you have a lawyer, you are fine, you can sit back and relax, you are all trustworthy? You've never even advised us or made mention of being prudent or careful about our legal.
Thank you very much for trying to nail lawyers.
No, but the issue of cloning now. Cloning cannot happen without
because you see, no. You see what I've been talking about. See, I never even learned.
But you never talk about lawyer.
See, ultimately,
Agbakoba no go do anything.
Ultimately, then I will talk. We say, you know, I teach law. When I teach people law, I talk say, know this law for yourself, because no talk say your lawyer go do everything for you. No, because even lawyers don't know finish. Get to know what your lawyer they do by reason of knowledge.
Know this law for
yourself. It will make you know.
Make it theirs sword.
Make you because if you know the road where they go, I better go tell you and you say.
And you go just follow.
Driver don't even drive person pass where they. I get one driver where drive me one time. I say I dey go so we don't say ourselves more way before.
Okay.
Check what Ashley,
yeah, no, that one even happen.
That my driver carry go way before.
I just
go so small.
How is your driver? Barrister, please continue.
So for cloning, I don't know what you mean. I say clone, but I say there are two different ways.
The one way me I know will be cloning.
When the fake they represent the original.
Cloning is when they go and do padiago. Yes. So understand, with a lawyer, and they are able to fabricate another will. Because for one thing that is sure, a real lawyer cannot sit down and I will carry a file called will in the presence of my father's lawyer. So cloning means where we feel there has been a corroboration between me and the lawyer. I think that's a layman's cloning.
If that's the case, it's possible that some lawyers would do that. It's possible. That's why I'm advising everybody that think of possibilities, think of scenarios, think of this kind of instances where even my wife and the lawyer, they collaborate to ensure that the will no come. Think about all these things so that I can put all things in shape, in perspective.
If I say my wife and my lawyer now, say ọ̀rọ̀ wọn ti ń gúnrégé jù, maybe my lawyer, hey, oga wife, where I say the thing, is it possible for me? Is it allowed under the law for me to?
We have another Peter.
Peter, sorry sir, I'll come back to the
double
person.
Peter,
how you dey?
Fine, thank you.
Well done, sir. Oya, Bari dey here.
Okay. Yeah. To buttress what this man is saying, this man is Danshiki also about lawyers. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know most of lawyers are bad because a friend of mine actually called one certain time. I have and listened to talk to a friend in Kirikiri. And what the guy told me is that most of them are there because of lawyers. I don't put most of them. Collect money from them to work on their bills and all those things. And at the end, because they were there, they could not access the lawyer. Most of the lawyers would collect the money and run away and could not even do anything to help them. So he should also address the father, because he is denying that lawyers are not bad. Most of them, like 80% of them, are bad. They collect money because like 70% of people in Kirikiri today, they will tell you it's lawyers that have collected their money to work on their bill and could not do so. So he should address that. What does he think we can do? The masses, people that we don't have. Well, I don't know how to help because my conversation with my friend have actually given me another bad impression about lawyers, maybe about questioning their professions and all those things. So you should also address that anyway.
Okay. Thank you very much. Although we're not talking about lawyers directly today, but I will answer you very well. More or less. I cannot deny that in every society you have bad eggs.
I was about to say.
I cannot
Same way
deny.
we have fake reporters,
we have bad drivers, good drivers. you have preponderance of, you know, that of this one in its respective areas. So that's not that's why it all comes back to you have bad doctors, you have bad bankers, you have bad bankers, you have good bankers.
Where they do scam for bank.
Of course, you have so many things. So you will not say, but there's a proverb that says that if you say because of bad people, you close your eyes. When the good persons are passing by, you will not even know. Them. You understand me? That's why you have to be very careful about your judgments about good ones or bad ones. Of course, that's why I'm just, if you think you say I'll not address it, I've told you now that if you don't know, ignorance is very expensive. If you don't, like, that's why I want to salute WAP TV that is making it possible that we can be doing this thing like this. Yeah, the whole essence is to cure ignorance. Know these things. Now that you are getting to hear what we talk about, you know, you are talking about, okay, even if you get your lawyer, are you sure that your lawyer is doing it? Unlike when you just walk into the trap in quote with that because you have ignorance, you are also ignorant and things like that. So yes, there are good lawyers, there are good doctors. There are doctors that even when you're just not, what this man is saying is wrong because you also have an indication of what...
Maybe they watch by medical this thing on Saturday. They hear everything.
So these are these things that we're talking about. But we're talking about will now. We can be cloned. Another day for. We can be cloned, and I see that saying. We can be people, or there can be collaboration. But that's why my own address is you're not getting it because if you say will is cloned, where are you the one who wrote the will? You are gone. Get me very well.
It's cold.
You are gone. You are gone. So that cloned or whatever would only mess up your estate. Would throw your children into disarray. Everybody go to fight.
Jeopardy.
And what have you. That's why now that you are around, that you are seeing that the possibility that say some lawyers say bad, whatever. Now sit down. Sit down where. Ask yourself question. What if you say my lawyer?
I think we have another call. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, WAP TV.
Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you for calling.
Yes, we appreciate it.
All right. Do you have any question for the barrister?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, well let me first appreciate WAP TV. Actually, this is my first time of logging in.
Oh,
I just came, across this TV by accident, trying to migrate somewhere. And I got stalked, ever since, especially by the dexterity of the barrister in the house.
Thank you very much, sir.
He's really done a fantastic job, and his communication is superb, everyone across the line can have a good grasp of what he's talking about.
Thank you very much.
I just want to ask one question and make a suggestion. The question is, can my wife also make a will? That's one. The second one is that, which is coming as an advice now, is that this issue that barrister is talking about, I'm sure is one of the issues that has caused so much social dislocation, in our society. And of course, it can be averted.
Yeah.
If people like him, maybe organize seminars, write nuggets, something that is not too technical or complex, for people to read, and then, it will solve a lot of problems. Because all of us think that we have an idea, but when it gets to some of the technicalities that we're talking about, we are nowhere. So this is just my contribution. But by and large, WAP TV, I think you have won a viewer.
Thank you
very much, sir.
So always join us from 7.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the compliment. It's our honor, it's our privilege to be of service to the larger humanity. Thank you very much for that feedback. What we say for a wife, you and your wife can do what is called joint will. Joint will, we say, say that this is what we own together, because there are some people that even have things with their wife. Okay, or probably the love that they have is very strong. Like, okay, let me see what you're writing. I'll see what you're writing. You can have a joint will. So to that extent, the law permits you that you can say, okay, this one goes to this person, this one goes to that person. But the technical thing about it be say, actually though it's joint, but the law regards it as a separate will. Are you understanding me? So though it's joint, though the two of you wrote it together, so you can say, okay, for my own property, this is where I want to go. This one, but it's the same sheet of paper, so it's possible. And another one be say, okay, which I've seen, the man writes his own will, the woman writes his own will separately. Now, it's very important because sometimes I've seen so many men, we say that, okay, my house or our house where we're living together, my wife should be the owner of that house until she passes on. Okay. Then there's what they call reversion. Then that property will come back to the estate. And so some men, some people, what they usually do is that they have what they call reversionary estate. That reversionary estate, we say, na technical way, but okay, like this. So how, let's say, like say your wife, you say this is my house where I dey now. Now there that my wife go dey until she die.
But immediately she die.
Immediately she die because the house is not in her name.
Yes. Make them know you confident my wife.
This is my wife's house. She will be here until she dies.
Then they do away.
Or until she remarries, if she has to remarry. But as long as she's my wife and she stays, then this house,
and she go
there. Now when she goes, because the house is not in her name, she cannot transfer the house
to another
person. So that estate, that house, once she dies, has to revert.
Okay.
So they call them residuary estate. So that will go back to the estate of the real owner, the original owner of the house. So that level, at that level, we can say who go come take the house. Probably that house will don't come back because most times all the children are on their abroad. They don't even need that house. That house don't become small house for them.
The one way happen, where the man marry you, he get wife, big house. So he can't marry ìyàwó kékeré for boys quarter. So ìyàwó kékeré for his son, he happen real life. He can't say anything where ìyàwó kékeré won't do, make the leave am for that place until if he won't go remarry when he die. Say but if as in die, he no remarry, make ìyàwó kékeré, make it dey there. Pending if ìyàwó kékeré can't die, make that refat where he can talk, make it come back. Ìyàwó kékeré can't grow. Ìyàwó kékeré can't raise children inside the house. Now make refas. Say as the agekere don die happen, the children no gree. Say aliku, say be na our mama, una papa give.
So automatically they won't make become theirs.
They won't make become they. We say where you hear this story, we feel say na
the children.
That's why you have to be very careful.
Yeah, I don't know. Say the first time.
Yeah, reversion day because that's why some people will understand this thing very well. You go create another like they call them residuary estate. We say, in case your children no want that house, in case. Okay, say maybe they sell them. If they sell them, where they go put the money? Or if they say that they rent the house out, who go to collect the money? Where are they going to share the money?
Sharing formula.
These are all the things that I say. You see, that's why as they acquire those property now, they hold your chin, they think very well. Because these things, that's why some men, they say, they don't even think about them. When I die, as they like, make the drum.
Lastly, sir, before you go, can I have a will with 2 lawyers just because of the issue of checks and balances?
No,
is it legally allowed?
You see, one will must nullify the other one. One will must. So the last one will nullify the previous one. Yes. So you can't have double will. Okay. So one will, if you do one today and you do one tomorrow, the one we do tomorrow must cancel the one of yesterday.
But can I call 2 chambers
for the same will?
For the same will.
But it's the same will, but you're saying okay, you take one. It's possible.
It's possible.
But not the same will.
The same will.
But you can say you take one. But you cannot say chamber A write one will, chamber 2 write one will. The latter one will override the former one.
Even if it's in just minutes.
Yes, because one of the things that we must say is that this is the last will of so and so. All previous will are hereby declared invalid. That's one thing we must say. So to that extent, it becomes like the will. So you can call the 2 of them, sit down, I want to do will. They do the will, they put their head together, do the will, and they say, okay, these are my will. You take copy, you take copy, go back, so that you can say that the will is so and so and so. You know, so that for purpose of ensuring that nobody collaborates with another, and then nullifies the will. Okay. So these are all the challenges that we have to put in. Even for women when they watch me, these are all the things. These are all the men. This challenge, you would say, okay, where my bag go? Let me go get the property.
Even when you go,
what about if you go, Baba? Baba, you no go.
So these are all the things that you have to put in. That's why you have to be very, very, very humble. I mean, sin to think where we're doing.
Really, it's quite deep.
Yes, it's deep. Not be just right.
Deep. Really deep.
Because you can use your will to destroy your family, and people don't use their will.
Man, it's been an amazing one on the show, we must confess, and it's always a pleasure to have Barrister around. So for those who have been gained as viewers today, Barrister is always here every Wednesday, but the show is every day, Mondays through Saturday.
Most especially on Saturday.
On Saturday. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Barrister, for enlightening us. We're going to have him again next week, Wednesday. You don't want to miss it, but the papers are coming in a bit.
Thank you very much, everyone. Bye.